Good day, everyone, and welcome to the third stream of Banished, Noobs in the Wilderness. Now, this episode is going to be cut up and put on YouTube, and just so the guys on YouTube know, the second stream, which I did a few days ago, I got into my editor and was getting ready to prepare it for going onto YouTube and found that I had messed up the sound settings for the stream completely. And so also my apologies to anyone who was here listening to that stream, because the sound setting was awful. The volume for the game was way too high and my volume was way too low, so in the end of the day you were pretty much deafened by the game volume and you couldn't even hear me speak. So for those who were here or watched in the last stream, my apologies for that. Like I said, noobs in the wilderness. And for those of you on YouTube, my apologies because you missed a stream series which won't be posted. So you'll find there's some changes in our game that we were playing, which, yes, I am, which you'll notice, but that's not our game. We've done some things and we've expanded in some areas. So up here, for example, we've got a quarry. We've built an extra woodcutter. We have extra housing. We have another orchard. And we finally moved the trading post over to a real river so that the trader could actually get to it. And of course, we are up to late winter in year 9. And of course, forgot to mention, we now have a total of 42 people, including children, which we didn't have before. And we've had some deaths. We didn't ask what they did with the bodies because we don't have a cemetery. So quite frankly, at this point, I really don't want to know. Now it's winter, so what I've done is I've taken people away from farming, and I think I took wood cutting, and we've got them into labouring because our labourers are going around and clearing different areas for iron, stone, and lumber or timber, whatever you prefer to call it. So that's what we're about at the moment. And of course we're in the middle of winter. We have, if you look down here, stored logs, firewood and food. We are doing okay in terms of getting through the winter. So I don't really see a problem there for us at the moment. But of course we won't be doing terribly much until we get back into early spring, or late winter I should say, when the snows stop. This might be an appropriate time actually to have a look and see if we can put some more home. Oh, there we go. Actually, what speed are we running at? 2, no, come back to 1 for a minute. I think I would like to, still late winter, so we don't really need to get our farmers back out there, but I think I would like to build some more houses. Just 2. We'll build 2 more houses. Actually, let's turn that around for a second, just so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Doopy doopy doopoo. Doopy doopoo. Oh, turn you back around. More road. Okay. Cool. Now, I want to know how our quarry is going. Ooh, that's a different look when it's not covered in snow, isn't it? We've got 8 out of 15 working in our quarry. Where's the quarry? Stone cutters there. I feel that at the moment that's probably enough, and now we're going to take some guys out of labourers or labouring and put them into building. Uh-oh, and our farmer has died of old age. Actually, yeah, I think, yeah. Okay. Actually, which order does this go in? Late autumn 9, a child named Windle was born. I think it goes in this direction as the latest. So we lost a farmer. That's always sad. I don't think we're going to put in... actually, what's the amount of firewood? 700's the limit. We'll put one guy back into woodcutter. Actually, we won't do that because then we won't have any labourers. Stone, 102. Not really enough, is there? No, we'll keep going for a minute on stone. Actually, we could drop the stone cutters down to 6, maybe. That could work. And then put one in the woodcutter. Yeah, okay. Population's going up, so we don't want to get to next winter and then find early spring. We need more farmers. So who don't we want? We probably could live without stone cutters at this moment. We want our farms to be as well looked after as they can. Health is down and happiness is down. I am going to cut down the gatherer and the fisherman and the hunter to increase the farmers to 10 because I really don't want our farming to fall behind at all. And one person is freezing. Go home if you're that cold. You know, sensible, right? If you're freezing, either put some warm clothes on or go home. Mind you, it's 44 Fahrenheit. I wonder if you could change the temperature to Celsius. That would be more useful. Going along nicely. Whoa, look at that. And filled up. I think we put that one in the wrong position from the look of that. Ah, yeah, we did. Not going to move it though. I will. Will I? No. I am going to move it. You know what? I just can't help myself. It is really the OCD. Now I did this before, didn't I? I did this before. I figured out how to get rid of a house. And now I can't remember how to get rid of a house. Resource production. Removal and destroy. Ah, there it is. Remove structures. Remove structure. Hang on. Did it do it? No. I think that's right. Ah, there you go. I've done it. I've identified it for removal. Okay. Cool. Nothing's happened after Wendell was born. Firewood's dropping dramatically, so I think we're going to have to increase the number of woodcutters that we have, and we're going to have to decrease the number of builders that we have. Because you can't be dropping firewood in the good season, i.e. spring, because when you get to winter, that's when you want to be dropping it, not in spring. You want to be building it up until winter. And we're not cutting much stone, are we? No. And again, as we had in the last unpublished episode, our problem is we need more people. That really is our problem. We are storing up things. Oh, and we did open up too, I forgot to mention, we did open up another forester down here. So we have 2 forester areas running, but only half the number of foresters that we need. I think. No, that can't be right. Why does it say we need 8 when we've got... Oh, it's 4. No. Still only... Oh, it's 4 foresters. Okay. So they're fully good now, but the number of logs is dropping. Okay. Nothing's happened, and we're into spring. No merchants have shown up or anything. We'll just double check that. Oh, the other thing I should mention is, once we got the trading post set up, I moved a lot of goods into there. As you can see here, we've got 60 firewood in there, 100 iron, 20 pepper, 60 cabbage, 60 fish, 60 iron tools. Must mention that as well. 60 logs and 100 stone. And the point being that I set up some purchases, vegetables and clothes, because these were 2 things we didn't have. So I thought that'd be good to have them. And the other thing is, I would really like to buy some seeds if someone comes. And I think from memory, now if I remember, we did have a trader in the last stream, and I did order some potato seeds, but he hasn't come back and tried to sell us the potato seeds yet, so we're waiting on that. And the other thing is that we set up, very importantly, over here, which I didn't mention at the beginning, is a blacksmith, and we now make our own tools, our own iron tools. And we do have the option when we set up a mine, which, having looked around in the last stream, I'm planning on setting up in here a mine, which will give us both iron and coal, we will actually be able to make steel tools which last longer than iron tools. Um, if you didn't see the last stream, and you wouldn't have seen it on YouTube, in the last stream we had a great shortage for a year or two of iron tools, which didn't, you know, it slowed us down, but it didn't directly hurt us, so that was pretty good. We're doing okay. Maybe we should go up to 2 now, because I think we're chugging along pretty well. We've got all our fields. This one doesn't look so. Oh, he's still sowing. Okay. This field that we put down here, which is cabbage, I would love to have something besides cabbage, but that particular field boosted our food output enormously. So as you can see, we've still got 900 food left. We have 2,000 at the end of winter. So we've done fairly well with food. And again, our problem is still people. You know, getting people to do what we need them to do. And no events. We don't need any more builders. Ah, good, you removed it. Fine, let's build another house. Now this time, let's put it in the right place, shall we? There you go, that's what we want, right there. Stone cutters, yeah, we need you. Age 13, living at home. 2 and 6, obviously living at home. Well, he's a bit old to be living at home. She's a bit old to be living at home. So, oh, you're a fisherman, now she's a farmer. Fair enough. That would indicate to me that we need more housing, that we do not have enough housing. Yeah. Now the other thing, later on, we're going to need to put a market in. And now a market used to provide a localized area for citizens to collect food, tools and fuel. What's fuel? What is fuel? Interesting. I'm going to go to the other computer for a second and just check up fuel. Okay. In Banished, what is fuel? So fuel okay. Fuel is firewood. Interesting. I thought for a second there it might have actually been coal turned into charcoal. Hang on. Okay. You can also build a mine and get coal as fuel. That will last longer. That will last longer as firewood. What? But nobody would use coal in the vanilla game for heating because it's too hard to get and better off used for tools. The vendor does not supply houses. The vendor brings a variety of needed stuff to the market. So people who need anything simply go to the market instead of going to a barn or stockpile. Oh, okay. So basically we're talking about firewood. So a market, what is the range of a market? That is the range of a market right there. So in order to make this useful, we would have to maximize the number of houses in the area and move our farms out of town. That's what I'm hearing. And the other question is, can we build houses up here on these ridge lines? Well, we can't there, but we can there. Now, isn't that interesting? But we can there. Alright, so the market probably going to need to be down. Oh, actually, that probably is not a bad place for a market. Actually, that would be a good place for a market. Ah, a child named Savio was born. We now have 4 children. Excellent. And no markets. Well done, everyone. What were you doing 9 months ago when just before Savio was born? I wonder. Just as a pet peeve, it's one of the things that I find annoying, both in manuals and descriptions and anything in general, when the terminology in something changes. So, for example, just talking about fuel for a second, you're reading a document and they talk about firewood. So houses need firewood, people need firewood, you need to make firewood, and then there's coal, and you go, coal is this, and then suddenly you get this concept of, you need fuel. Well, what's the definition of fuel? And then you've got to go look it up. If fuel is only firewood, which it appears it may well be, from the description in the discussion boards in Steam, then why not just say firewood? And make it simple for everybody. Don't change your terms, because it just doesn't end well. Doesn't end well. So we don't need. Actually, we could build some more houses. I really think. Oh, we're full. We've got 700 fuel. Oh, okay. See? Oh. Okay, fine. The woodcutter makes firewood, also known as fuel. I rest my case. Consistency, it's huge. And it means so much to people. But it's very little appreciated, actually, unless you're one of those people who spend their life writing things, and then of course you would know it. Otherwise, you would not. Now, what would happen? What would happen, I wonder, if we put the market in now? In Banished, what is market? Okay, here we go. A market is used as a centralised location for all goods that a town produces. Market vendors will visit many different stockpiles and storage barns to collect the full variety of resources that the town produces. When disabled, vendors won't stock the market with goods. Oh gosh. So, My next question is: the market has a radius. Variety of food, yeah. Um, I'm going to assume that the warehouses don't have to be in the same area that the market defines as being used to supply houses. Because first of all, there are no storage barns in that area, and secondly, there's only going to be one stockpile. So, if I build a market now, which I have the resources to do, is it... Well, we're going to have to staff it. We don't have the people to staff it either. So I think the answer to that is no, frankly. So we don't need any more woodcutters because we are full. So what we might do now... Actually, let's just have a look at that market again. Where did we decide was a good place? Probably right about there, yeah? I think I said there. So we could put another row of houses in at the moment, which I think we could start doing now. We will put 2 more houses in. And this time... Oh, that's a nice view. And this time... I'm going to put a little bit more effort just to make sure I line them up properly. One, two, I left a gap in there and I didn't leave a gap in there. How do you cancel that? You don't. I've done it again. Not going to worry about it this time. We've got 4 labourers, 2 builders. Might just up the number of builders. Actually, maybe we can get rid of it by just doing this, like right now, before it actually builds it. There you go. Nice. Getting good. Not quite the noob I was 2 minutes ago. There you go. That seems better. I don't know. Does it seem better? No, same problem, I think. Let's just do that again. The problem with my predilection for making things line up particularly neatly is that it gets to be quite annoying. 2,300 food, and we're in autumn. We're going to wait for winter before I take the farmers off. Well, actually, what's the point? I think we're pretty much done farming. We'll get some... Actually, we're down on traders too. We need more traders. There you go.